TSUSA.com.
Hey, I'm Rob.
I'm Chris, and we're from Shikari.
And you are tuned in to Top Spot USA. Well, so I guess it all started at school with me, Chris and Rao. Went to primary school together. And each of us individually just started learning instruments like guitars or me on drums. And then Chris and Rao started playing together, just jamming. And what was it? You used to do a little radio show or something.
Oh yeah.
Tape recorded a radio show
We used
together.
to sing together, basically, just mess about. But Rao moved to Scotland for a couple of years, so we used to go up and visit him, and that's where we really started, like, you know, messing around with instruments together and stuff. And then he came back. We got Rob to come play some drums with us, and from there on in, we were just kind of a covers kind of band, I guess, you know, just like learning how to play our instruments, really. And then you met Rory in what we call secondary school, yeah. Like 11 years old to 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, it was when we were 16, 17 that we formed into Shikari, as we're known as today. We had a string of very uncool names before that.
Go through them.
We had these elemental, hybrid, bleach. Yeah.
We don't normally let these ones go because we were like 11 when these ones were going on. So. But yeah, then we managed to muster up to save some cash from playing, like, you know, shows where we'd get paid, like, you know, 20 quid each a show or something. So it'd be like we all chipped in together and managed to raise a couple of £1,000 for a van, which we kitted out, and then we just hit the road and never looked back.
It's funny, I think that the most shady person in the music industry, one of these sort of snakes that you hear about in the horror stories of the music industry, was actually the first guy that we ever met.
Yeah.
He worked for Gut Records, and like the second time he met us, he brought his boss along, and he was so, like, came up and gave us hugs like we were best mates, just because his boss was standing behind him, and he wanted to make it look like, you know, he was really in there with the band. And I mean, I'm sure he's a nice enough guy, but he just tried a little bit too hard, and luckily we were steered away from signing.
From making a bad decision,
yeah.
Like, our manager came about and saved us. Practice is probably the most important thing you can do in the early stages. You know, you got to be sounding good before, you know, you only get one chance to make, like, a first impression. Otherwise, you know, if you make a bad first impression, you know, that's going to haunt you for a while to come. In terms of record labels and stuff like that, if you get approached at an early stage, all we'd say is, you know, really just seek advice from everywhere. You know, it's very easy to jump at the idea and get so excited, you know, everyone thinks that, you know, you sign a record deal and that's it, you're going to be huge. It's not the case at all, really. Like, you know, probably 2 out of 10 bands that a record label signs, or even 1 out of 10 makes it as a success. You know, 9 of them, you know, filter out and it doesn't really work out. So make sure you shop around and, like, ask a lot of advice from, you know, people who actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'd say certainly do it because for the love of it, as opposed to wanting to be successful in the music industry. So do it because it's what you want to be doing.
Yeah, it's
not because you want to make money from it.
You can see through it if it's the other way. You know, if it's a real love for it, you know, then it seems passionate. Whereas if you're just trying to do it to get famous and make money, then, you know, people can see through that. People aren't stupid.